Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Dorm Podcast. This is episode 30, pretty sure. And I'm your host today, Zach. And today we got Leo to my right here.
How's it going?
Then I got Brian to my left. And then I got, as you know, our fourth guy, Oscar. And
Hello.
also, along with him, we got a special guest.
Yes, we do.
Do you want to introduce yourself, special guest?
Yeah, Alec here.
Happy to have you.
Feeling great. First guest.
Perfect.
Yeah, I mean, no pressure. No pressure. You're only the first guest. You know,
First.
get a lot of views.
All the pressure.
So, you know, you don't want
Ever.
people. Don't want to say the wrong thing, you know. You don't want to get flamed in the comments like Tan Hoodie.
I'm hoping you guys to guide me on this journey as I learn about podcasts, you know?
Yeah. No, for sure, man. For sure, man.
So let's see.
Do you just want to start, talk about yourself a little bit? You know, what you do, what your life is kind of about?
Okay. So, basically, about a year ago, me and my friend we dropped out of college. And we decided we wanted to go live in our van. So we got to Nebraska Furniture Mart, picked up the warehouse dock, worked for about, I'd say 5 months. And then we hit the road with our buddy Carver Jones. And then we just didn't really know what we were doing. We were just like, we want to get out of Omaha. Let's get out of Omaha. And then we started driving in our van. And then Carver can sing and Hayden can play the guitar. And we were pretty broke. So they started street performing on the sides, of like getting performances like that, getting a little extra cash. And Carver like wants to pursue music. And then basically from there, like stuff just started happening. I do videos. I do music videos for Carver. Carver's just trying to break into the music industry. I'm trying to break it into the film. And then Hayden, he's just a guitar guy. So just been traveling, trying to make videos, just kind of doing what we want to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best way I could explain it, I think.
That was a lot of information. Do you want to dissect every part of it?
I mean, yeah, we can get into it. You know, we'll kind of get into a little bit of those parts a little bit deeper. But I want to start off light. Obviously,
Yeah.
first time on, first guest.
Yeah.
And like you said, you travel a lot.
Yeah.
And this could probably be a question for everybody too. But just like, what's your favorite place that like you've been to so far in all your travels?
So I would say, during the van, I think my favorite city I went to was definitely like San Francisco. That place has really good like fruit, good culture, best parks, and it's like a very walkable city, which I think is definitely something that you need to. I think walkable city is the best thing to be in. Then like the best nature was definitely out there in like Oregon. Oregon had crazy green waterfalls, and then we had a bunch of friends up there in Portland, and then Portland has like no cops, so it's like defunded. Like in 2020 when they said it wasn't defunded, like when people were saying like defund the police, yeah, Portland like actually defunded.
Crazy, that's wild.
Yeah, so Oregon's an interesting place. Definitely go there, and then yeah, San Francisco's definitely the coolest city so far.
Yeah. I was actually about to go to Portland this summer with my family.
Dude, go.
So that's good
100%.
news right there to hear.
There's great food, like there's no like fast food there. There's barely any fast food, and it's all like food trucks. So you just like pull up to a place and there's food trucks and like there's like lunch tables in between. But yeah, Portland's definitely 100% recommend.
So when you go to these places, what are you looking out for? So like what stands out to you the most when you're traveling?
We usually try to go to like the most like metropolitan area, and just a lot of times they're filling out like crowds because
Mhm.
they're like they obviously want to make some money street performing. So a lot of times we're either like when we go to the city, that's what we're kind of filling out. There's like a good area, people like shopping, like any place that's kind of more of like a little indie artsy place, we're gonna get some money. And then but other than that, a lot of the time we go for like nature. Like we're looking for like what we can see, like just like jump off a cliff or something, just like little shit like that.
Okay, gotcha.
Just like seeing like the spots that you're supposed to go see, like Los Angeles, and then like hitting all Arizona, Sedona, Flagstaff, just stuff like that.
Have you been out of the country before?
So I have been out of the country with my mom, and then we went to Bermuda. We've been to Mexico and Jamaica. So I've been out of the country 3 times.
Crazy.
Yeah.
You've been to Jamaica?
Yeah, I was about 8 for a wedding. So I went there for a wedding.
Do you remember anything about it?
I remember everybody called me Rambo because of my hair. Everybody called me Rambo.
Okay.
And then there was a guy that was really cool on my snorkeling trip called Kanye. And he went down to the bottom of the ocean and got me a seashell. But it's like-
Kanye.
and then we climbed a waterfall.
Wild. And
Yeah.
and you were all 8 doing this?
Yeah, I was 8.
Wild.
Yeah.
Born to explore.
Literally, bro.
Dang.
Literally.
What's the most you've ever made in a day street performing?
So I don't personally street perform, but
Right.
Hayden and Carver, when we were in Portland, they made $500 in about an hour.
In an
In
hour?
an hour?
Yeah, so there was a street fair
my
going on
God.
called the Mississippi State Fair, and then they made $500 an hour there. And basically, that's actually how Carver got his managers from that street fair. So his brother, there's this guy there named Alex, and Alex has a brother named Drew who works in the music industry, and he took a video and he told Drew to check out Carver, and that's how he got connected with his manager. Was that day he made the most money, and then he got connected to his manager, which obviously is a great thing. So. Yeah.
Right place to be at the right time, it
Yeah.
sounds like.
That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah, no, it was crazy, and now we're totally close with Alex and Drew. Like those are like our big homies, basically.
Mhm.
Talk to
The
them
big
all the time.
homies?
Yeah.
Yikes. I want to let's take it back to like the beginning where he said, so you and Hayden dropped out, and Hayden is obviously your best friend.
Yeah. So me and Hayden were going to Lincoln, and so Hayden was running track at Lincoln, and then it was like our first semester there, and then basically I was just like depressed in Lincoln like the first semester, but it was really not even because of Lincoln. It was just outside stuff, and I let it myself like say it's Lincoln, but it really wasn't even college. Like it's a fine thing. I was like, I need to get out of here. I need to get out of here.
What was it?
But-
Girl problems?
Yeah, it was all girl.
Okay.
But
okay.
basically, Hayden, but he was like, nah, we should just stick it out. Like, I was like, all right, yeah, we can stick it out. And I was doing like journalism at the time there. And then eventually Hayden gets cut from the track team, and then Hayden's like, fuck this, let's leave. And at that time,
The one telling you to stay.
And then like I was actually like starting getting used to Lincoln, and I was like,
Yeah.
damn, but I told him we should leave. But then I was like, I really what I want to do after high school is just live in my van and just like explore the country, and then I'll decide what I want to do. So I was like, well, I might as well just do that now. It's only had one semester down. I got like an A in my philosophy class and a couple other classes, but then I failed Spanish, so I got something out of the first semester. Not too
Just
much,
not
but yeah.
Spanish.
But then like me and Hayden were like, yeah, we'll drop out, and then we just kind of started working a lot more at the mart,
Mhm.
and then we like bought the van. Hayden helped me pay for the van. It was about $3,000 for the van. I paid $2,500, and Hayden chipped in $1,000.
So all in total, what is that?
3,500.
Oh,
Dang.
okay.
And it's lasted you this whole time?
Oh yeah, Irene doesn't slow down.
Irene.
Yeah, Irene doesn't
We
slow
named
down.
it. We named it.
Yeah, no,
Whoa,
she's a
whoa.
tank. She's an absolute tank. There's nothing stopping
That's
her.
you gotta have crazy mileage on that car. by
Oh
now.
yeah, no, but I think when we got it, it wasn't too much. Like it was like 80,000.
How much of your miles have you racked up on it, you think?
Too
Dude,
many.
I have to check it, but we've had to put like a lot because just recently we just drove to New York straight through 20 hours back, and I think that's like 2,000 there and 2,000 back for
Yeah.
miles.
At least.
Yeah,
Yikes.
yeah, no, she hasn't caused us any problems though.
Well,
Not one.
You never like broke down on like the middle of the street.
Okay, we did break down. We
Oh,
broke down in
okay.
Washington,
Yeah.
but that was just because we ran out of gas. Nothing she did.
Oh,
that was our
okay.
own
Oh, you
fault.
just yeah.
We just didn't keep track of the gas, and I actually had to go down on my bike to like I hopped on my bike. We filled it up with the water. Like we had some milk jugs. We tied it to my back. I went to the gas station, filled it up, and then went back to
Milk
the spot.
jugs.
Milk jugs of gas.
Holy bro.
We did that shit in LA too.
In LA,
And we were filling up some
They
milk
didn't learn,
jugs
bro.
in,
They
in
didn't
LA
learn.
to some gasoline. And so he said, I just had to do that shit last week. That's how they live in LA, I guess.
All living the same lives.
Yeah.
how did? Sorry, I keep going back, but like, how did that conversation with your parents go? Cause like we're all in college,
Yeah, yeah.
and I couldn't imagine telling my parents like, "Hey, like I'm about to drop out."
Well, my mom definitely expected it because I was always telling her, like, I'm not going to college. Like, I'm about to go, like, live in my van. She's like, haha, okay. And then it just, like, kept, like, going on. Like, then I eventually was in college. And then, like, my mom just knew I wasn't liking it. But my dad's a foreign dad. My dad's, he's just always kind of like, so when you going back to college? Like,
Oh,
it just,
okay,
he's
okay,
kind of, like,
okay.
in
Yeah,
denial
yeah,
of it
yeah.
almost. But, I mean, I technically do go back to college at Metro, but he just... My dad just says the most important thing is education, and that's what he like wants me to get. So I don't know. They're not very critical of me. I kind of just do. I don't ask for much from them,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't think they mind what I do.
Got you.
As
Got
long
you.
as you're
Got
doing
you.
something, they're
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah, kind of like that. And I mean, I don't know. I'm just kind of. I don't know. They just don't say much about it. Just that kind of thing.
They're just letting you live,
yeah,
live.
definitely.
How old are you actually?
I'm 20.
20.
Yeah. How old are you guys?
Literally same age.
19.
Yeah, 19.
and
20.
We're 20. They're just
Yeah.
little
Oh,
kids.
yeah.
They're little kids.
What?
But you're talking about how like you drive, like you take this van everywhere.
Yeah.
Does it ever get like tough, like driving everywhere? Like, do you ever just get bored of like being in that van for like so long?
I'll be honest, we talk so much. Like, we basically have our own little podcast there every time. Like, me and Carver can talk for hours. We get caffeinated, get some bangs, and I love driving, and like just seeing the back countries of America. It's really cool. It's like nothing out there, and like you're just in the zone. You're kind of talking, and you're just excited to get to the next place, so you're not thinking about it as much. But like, some drives are tough, like the mountains. Like when you're like going down, you can't go on the brakes, or the van will like shake. That's just more of like tenseness, and Hayden always drives those because that fucker's insane. Like he drove from Utah to Omaha 17 hours straight with no help.
Straight?
3 bangs.
Oh
Got it
my
done.
gosh.
That
17
was locked
hours
in.
Yeah.
straight.
So Hayden,
You
that,
locked
that
in.
guy's a different animal. Like that guy's,
God, bro.
yeah, he works on a different level than us.
Dang, I was gonna say I could relate to that until he said it was a 17-hour drive.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I
the
was like,
same
he's
thing. I've
driving,
done
like-
8.
Yeah, driving in Colorado, like going up those mountains, like I went to go see the Rocky Mountains, and just it was like straight like 2 hours, no service. It's maybe like a 20-mile drive because it's like so hilly and curvy and everything. It took like 2 hours to finish. Dude, those were like
Colorado.
it was wrenching, dude. Like, and I can't imagine. I was like, I can relate to that until he said it was a 17-hour drive. There's just no way. That guy's a different animal for sure.
Yeah, he is a different animal. 100%.
Wild, bro. So you're like obviously travel a lot. You're on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like meet a lot of people when you go on these trips? Like you just talk to like random people and you just like seeing what's out there while you're out there too.
Yeah, I don't know. We've met a lot of people, and it's just like it just happens so organically. You don't really like think about it. Like they just end up like being your friend for like a week or however long. But I think like the best way I could summarize is this one story. We're like in Arizona, and we just cooked like macaroni cheeseburgers last night. Everybody's kind of feeling a little down. And we're like, you know what we need? We need to go swimming. So like we're gonna go swimming. Went to not Cigar Lake. I forget what it's called, but it's some type of lake. And we go there like 8 a.m. in the morning. And then like we started going there, and we see these guys. And like, hey, you guys want to go cliff jumping? Oh yeah, we'll go cliff jumping. And it's like senior skip day, and like there's a whole like party happening at this cliff. So now we meet like all these people, and like some of them like still follow our Instagrams and like say like, hey, we like what you guys are doing. It's just like, I don't know, something when you're just living so spontaneously, you just like meet people just because of the like oddness of the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever gotten like really good advice from like somebody, or like they've told you something and you're like, that's like changed my perspective on things?
I would say I didn't actually get it on the road. My best advice, I got it in college. I would say, like a lot of nights on college, I would just go ride around on my longboard at like Lincoln downtown, and then there was this homeless guy that was sitting there, and his name was Kai. And then I came up to him and I gave him my shoes. I was like, here's my shoes and $20, because he just looked, I don't know, down bad basically.
Oh,
and then we
my.
started talking to him, and his name was Kai. My mom wanted to name me Kai, so then I told him that. And then he told me like, Kai means stream, like you're always on the move. And he says like, you're somebody that seems like they're always on the move. And then I just thought that was always really cool. And then after that, I eventually went in my van. And then I don't know.
That's
something that's
That said it
the
all.
chain of events.
Yeah, he said you seem like somebody's on the move. I'm always on the move. And he told me he loves being out there. I asked him that. But he was a veteran. And he was in Desert Storm. And he actually has a welding certification and a business degree. And his family got killed in a car crash.
Oh.
And that's why he was out there. And he said, there's no point in me like going back. He said, I lost everything, so now I just always move. And he says he likes it for what it is, and he doesn't think he'll go back. But it's just like I don't know. It was just always like I'm always keeping that story with me, basically.
And that was like just a one-time interaction with that guy?
Never saw him again.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kai, bro.
Yeah, shout out Kai.
No kidding, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so funny how all that stuff works. Like, I'm not like big on faith, but I'm like a very I guess spiritual person. I don't even know like the word for it,
Right.
but like someone really put that dude like right there at the right place at the right time for you to like talk to him, to like hear that. You know what I mean? Like that's so random. It
Yeah.
is. It's.
I mean, it's just kind of like something to learn on the road. We like what me and Carver and Hannah say is like always trust the road. Like the first time we got out there, we got into a crazy party in like New Mexico, just because like we knew someone's cousin there, and it's just like little stuff like that. Just always kind of reveals itself to you. Just little coincidences, and I totally like I believe in fate. I don't believe in it like it's saying like you're gonna reach your destiny or anything, but I just kind of think everything has a path that it goes on.
That's what I'm
and they all
saying.
kind of interconnect with each other in a way.
Since I've known you, you seem like a stress. How would you say that? Like
Stress free.
stress-free person. Like, do you feel like that, or do you feel like you have a bunch of stress?
I think I like to give off the idea that I have no stress,
Right.
and then because I like to ease other people's stress because I'm actually a very stressful person. But I would say I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm very stressful when sometimes I have to like. I'm naturally not stressful, and I have to get myself back to that state, but I can definitely like stress myself out. But I feel like that's everyone.
Because like just the idea of me like leaving for like a certain period of time, just like a trip to New York, and you stay out there for like how long would you
Like,
say?
that was like a month.
See, that's what I'm saying. So if I took like a month out of my life, I feel like I would come back with so much stress, or I would be on the road thinking about like, damn, now I got to come back and like work for my money. So like, how do you get over stuff like that?
I think I just kind of have a blinding optimism.
Blinding
Yeah.
optimism. What do you say?
Me?
Not knowing is bliss or
Oh,
something like
ignorance
that.
is bliss?
Yeah,
Ignorance is
yeah,
definitely
yeah.
a bliss, and I mean, the moment you kind of like identify that as a problem, it becomes a problem. As long as you just kind of ignore it, it's not really a problem. And I mean, I don't know. I just kind of move around pretty like I'm a very big believer in like Zen philosophy and stuff like that. I don't know. Things just kind of naturally work out for you if you just don't get in your own way. I think I don't know. Like you said, like I kind of believe you're gonna be where you're gonna be no matter what.
Yeah.
That's
I
just
get,
the way
I get told
So
that
that's
a
how
lot
you-
too.
So that's how you deal with stress then?
I mean,
Or like
yeah.
how
I
would
mean,
you deal with it?
I guess, like my stress comes down to like we're going to like my deep philosophical like my philosophy of what I think everything is basically.
Oh, okay. So just
So like I don't know. I
I
think
mean, you can get as deep as you want. You
Yeah,
can say,
yeah.
I mean I just kind of think everything's kind of like the trees. Like I don't think there's any much difference from us. So at the end of the day, like nature doesn't rush. Like that's some basic shit, but it gets everything done. So I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna be exactly where I need to be at the right time. So there's no reason to like.
wait, get a little bit more into that. So
Okay.
you think so we are like trees?
Yeah, I don't think there's like a fundamental difference. Besides, we seem more like complex than them. But I think,
conscious.
yeah, just stuff like that. But I don't think there's like anything that's that much different.
Oh, okay.
I think everything goes through the same things as like the seasons. We go through like our own seasons. I mean, that's just what I think. It's not like concrete, but just how
No,
I
but I
see it.
mean, but it's interesting to
Yeah.
hear like other people's point of view.
I mean, I just think it's all kind of like seasons, and we go through them all, and then I don't know. Eventually, I mean, we're all gonna die anyway,
Mm-hmm.
and you just have to go through whatever changes you're going through, because that's the only thing that's inevitable. So I can't, whichever way, whatever choice I'm gonna make, there's no point in having anxiety about it,
Got you.
because I don't think I have too much of. I don't know if you guys believe in free will.
Do you believe in free will?
I
What is
don't.
get
I
into
don't.
it.
You don't believe in
You
free
do?
will?
Okay, sweet. Okay.
So, hop on the mic, bro. Spit your shit.
Okay, so
Well, I don't know exactly how it goes, but like.
you believe you have the choice? Like,
Yeah, I
you make a
believe.
conscious
I believe
choice.
that I
Okay.
have like the choice to like create my own path.
Okay.
So that's what it is.
Yeah, it's like free will is basically like I mean I'm not exactly sure, but essentially it's like you choose your own path and like your choices have an like actual effect on like where you're gonna end up. Whereas like what would be like the alternative to it?
Well, I would just say like my perspective is I don't think it's like necessarily. Like, I think I have the illusion of choice, but I think at the split second I still just go with the gut feeling or instinct. So I think like people say animals aren't like us because they have instincts. But I think in the sense of like we believe that because we have this like complex consciousness making us like think we're choosing a decision, but I think at the last second you still just go with the random gut feeling, which is still instinct.
Yeah, I get that.
That's just what I come from. But I don't know. I think free will is an illusion of choice, and I think it's all gonna like I don't know. I'm kind of.
So you
I'm
think
very-
No, talk.
So
talk,
you
bro,
think
that's
like no
good.
matter what, like you're gonna end
Yeah,
up
where
like
you need to be.
yeah, like,
I think of it all as like kind of like the ecosystem.
Mhm.
Like you need like the moment you take the wolves out of Yellowstone, it all starts fucking up. nature always corrects itself.
Mhm.
And I just think we're just part of nature, so there's not as much. We have the illusion of free will. At least this is an opinion,
Yeah.
not anything.
So you don't think
That's cool.
like stuff happens for a reason then?
No, I think everything happens for a reason.
Yeah,
I
so
just-
you
That's
don't.
what it
yeah,
would be.
yeah,
That's what it
yeah,
would be
that,
like.
that's what
Yeah.
he believes. So you don't think people have like the ability to convey their own future?
I mean, I think you have like maybe it's like how humans started evolving was through throwing things, right? Because we could throw things, and then we had the ability to communicate, and we could run for miles. We could sweat. But throwing, like, this is a thing. I'm totally jacking Terrence McKenna right now, but he said throwing is a thing that so we could throw in packs, and we could get down like buffaloes and stuff, and like that's how we started. And we started like hanging out with each other, Homo sapiens, and then that's how we started taking down the buffalo. And then throwing is just kind of like it's this big metaphor because we could plan, and that's huge. Like the ability to plan is huge, and that's how we have ideas because we can plan. We think, oh, this object in my hand, if I throw it, I'm gonna kill that buffalo. So I think you have the ability to like go into the right direction, but I just think nature's always gonna correct it. At least that's the way I think.
I agree.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I actually agree because I was telling you this morning actually. Totally off topic. We can get back on topic really fast, but I got rejected for a summer internship I wanted to do for law, and my girlfriend was just telling me like if it was meant for you, like you would have got accepted. Like obviously it wasn't meant for you. You're like meant to go and do better, do something completely different. Blah blah blah. And like I agree with that. Like obviously like rejection hurts, but like if it wasn't meant for me, then it wasn't meant for me.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, like Carver, I would never got close to Carver if I never dropped out of college, and that's probably like one of my best friends now. And if my girlfriend never broke up with me, I'd probably never been bold enough to go live in my van. And then that led me to all the experiences I've had after that. And I mean, I think you're gonna go through whatever you need to go through, whether it hurts or not. But that's just what you're gonna have to go through. Like I don't think there's any way you're always gonna make the right choice. You're gonna end up exactly where you need to be. Like I don't think always trying to be good is gonna like bring you anything.
That's kind of where, kind of what you were saying. I disagree with it a lot,
Okay.
just because,
Oh,
in my
I
eyes,
like
in my
this.
eyes, what's it called? I kind of find that as like a coping mechanism, where like people would be like, you know, you fail at something, it's like, oh, like, you know, if it wasn't meant to be, it wasn't meant to be. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
and for me, I just see it as like you just failed. You know, it
Mhm.
wasn't something that was meant to be. You just, you know,
So you just think you need to prepare yourself more for whatever you need to do. You just didn't work hard enough, kind of.
yes,
I
like
see. I see where
essentially
you're
so,
coming from, though. I see where you're coming from, because like if you want it bad enough, then you'll find a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
If there's a will, there's a way. Is that how it goes?
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, bro. So I mean, I agree with both of you guys because
Yeah.
I think shit happens for a reason too. But like how he says, like now that you put it like that, now I'm kind of more on his side.
yeah.
'Cause,
I think
uh,
you just like work though. You respect people that work
yeah,
hard.
yeah,
for
yeah,
the money.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, I work hard for like I want to be in film, but I don't think it's. I think if you what you want to do, you have to work hard for it. But I think if you have that instinct to work hard, I think that comes from the earth too. So like if that's
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
so if that's
okay.
that work hard comes from like the natural, then you're gonna work hard for it. I don't know.
Okay.
I guess it just comes back to like if you have that like Michael Jordan was meant to work that hard. Like I don't know. I guess if you guys believe in
Oh, okay, okay.
I don't know. It's just kind of like fate again.
So what you're saying is like we're kind of born with it then?
I think so.
You either got it or you don't.
Yeah.
Damn,
I don't
it's
know
like
though, but
that.
I don't know because then he says like you can. It just depends of how much in control of your own destiny you are. I don't know.
So this may be a little off topic, but so then how do you feel about like nature versus nurture? Like, do you
Nature
have
versus
any
nurture?
like?
That's a good question, Zach.
I mean, I just kind of I don't know. I'm pretty like fucking hippie-ish with everything. Where I think I don't think there's like too much mistakes. I think chaos on one level is harmony at another. So like inside your body, your cells are always constantly fighting and killing each other and making new cells, always constantly keeping you healthy.
Mm-hmm.
So something that might look terrible, like all these wars and all this stuff, maybe is keeping the whole like universe or Earth in balance, in a sense, because I relate everything back to like I think it's all just a microscope. So it's just all just different perspectives. So like the perspective of my body could be like a whole universe inside of me that's always constantly. I just don't think there's much of a difference, I guess. If that makes any sense. I don't know.
I'm looking,
sorry,
bro.
sorry,
I'm
sorry,
lost as
sorry.
fuck. I'm looking at Sean like, yo,
I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to get it because
I can answer more if you have like a question of like about it. Like I don't know.
I mean,
'Cause,
I
like,
kind
this
of,
is
I
me
kind of
spitballing,
understood it,
yeah.
but like, I don't know. I like hearing this guy talk. So I mean, it sounds good, bro.
He just seems like he knows what
Yeah,
he's talking
exactly.
about.
I don't even want to
confidence.
question
I can
it,
do
bro.
that,
Yeah.
If you just say whatever with no comments, people just
Yeah.
I was with you most of the time, but I
Uh-huh.
guess my question to you is, do you think you grew up more on nature or nurture then? Before
Oh,
I guess you like
I'm
developed.
definitely nurture, like 100%. I was completely babied, nurtured. Like my mom spoiled me. I had my grandma live with me. She spoiled me even more.
So like, maybe not like in that way. I'm saying it like, are your parents like kind of free like you? Like,
Definitely my mom.
yeah.
Yeah. And then I would say my dad was a little bit more. He had a different upbringing for sure. He's from Jordan.
Okay.
But I don't know. I think I'm also very in a position to have time to think and have philosophy, and I'm very like privileged to have that. I don't think a lot of people do, but it's just how it happened for me, I guess.
This is sort of a question for everyone here. I wrote it down, but I guess it's sort of like kind of on that. It's not really on the same topic, but like so since you're kind of like everything's gonna a
Yeah,
fake
yeah.
kind of person. I just want to like ask like, so you're like never scared of like failure, basically, like in the sense of like not just like the small things, but I mean like the whole like grand scheme of things. Like you're never gonna be able to do what you want to do. You know what I mean?
I mean, I've had anxiety about that all the time. Like I always think, am I not working hard enough? Like, should I be developing these disciplines to like get where I need to be? And I kind of in where I can kind of understand where you're coming from. It is kind of lies all back on me. Like if you're willing to put in that work or not. But then I guess like for me, like my whole life, like when I was like I'd be like a fifth grader, and like they'd be like worrying about like, oh, what are we gonna do when we get to high school? It's gonna be so hard, the SATs. I mean, once you get there, you just kind of like you guys remember being scared about college. You just get there.
Yeah.
You're never not in the right. You're never not here right now. So like I was probably be scared to be in the position I am now, but I don't even realize I am here now. So all these anxieties, it doesn't matter because in the moment you're not even gonna realize you're in it. So it's either, I don't know. I don't really have an answer for that, but I mean that's just kind of the way I approach it.
So how do you deal with failure then?
How do you deal with failure?
Is that kind of the question you asked or no?
I mean, like it's
not
just
really.
Like,
just like what are your like thoughts on it? Like, are you scared of it, basically?
Okay, well, you
Not
can
how
just
you
answer
deal
mine.
with it, yeah.
I guess I have confidence in myself that I'm always gonna do what I need to do. But
What
That's
does
just-
I would say? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. What does failure look like to you
failure
in your life?
in my life,
I like that. I like that.
I think
Now we're thinking, boys.
failure to me is just not. It's not living up to my potential because I think everybody has unlimited potential and just living it completely out. So, as long as I can create what I want to create at the highest level in craftsmanship, I think I'll be pretty proud of myself. But that's just the way. I mean, and then if I don't go to that, that's definitely maybe not a failure, but I just couldn't do it.
So backing off his question, then, what does success look like to you?
Success is just I think just being comfortable with everything. Be comfortable with yourself, everything you built and created. To me,
So there's not a number like I guess
money or like.
because
Or what drives you then?
me.
Yeah.
I think what drives me is skills, developing skills, and just I mean I'm very focused on I want to become a good filmmaker and just definitely just becoming the most skillful filmmaker I could possibly be and just continue to progress that, and then hopefully just being able to provide for myself. Just either like I can make films all day and then that's what gives me food and then that's what gives me shelter. So that's definitely like my
So
goal.
do you ever like care about like? Do you ever have goals? You're like obviously everyone wants to make a lot of money, but do you look more at it like I just want to do what I love, and then the money will work itself out, or do you look at it like I want this thing that I do to like make me enough money so I can like live however I want?
Well, I'm just not very like there's no material things. I'm very like strive. I like clothes. I like anything that's kind of like that. I like my van. But I mean, I've lived with very little things. Like on the road, like we lived off of like bread and peanut butter. So I know like I'm capable of living in very extreme conditions. So anything that's also like material just doesn't, I don't know, attract me that much. I think my goal is to be able to spend my time doing what I truly like. So as long as I can do that and have food and a house, I think I'll be pretty happy. Because like right now I have to sacrifice my time like somewhere else so I can do what I want to do. But I just want to be able to do what I want to do all the time.
I like that answer.
Because I feel like sometimes, maybe you guys too, but I feel like a lot of the time I get trapped in thinking like, oh, like what am I gonna do in the future? Like, how am I gonna like make money? Like, how am I gonna like be comfortable?
Yeah.
And I feel like I get caught up in that trap too much because I start thinking about stuff, and it's like, oh, like that would make me money, and it's like, but I would never want to do that.
Yeah.
Like I'm not looking at it in the right thing. So I think like looking at it more like that has been something I've actually been trying to do more. Like look at it like this is my passion. Like you almost said, like, it'll work itself out.
Yeah.
Your ecosystem will correct itself.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I've been trying to look at
The
it.
trees are gonna align.
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah,
Trust.
like the stars, like that's me. That's me up there.
Yeah, I think if you truly love what you do, I think it does. I think you just gotta find what you like doing, and that's what you're gonna do. Like, I don't know. That's the way I see it.
I mean, it's just something like I feel like
The beaver.
I try to
choose-
think like that, but
Yeah. I mean, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's kind of a thing you have to always kind of train yourself to keep on that way, because like you can obviously get distracted by all types of things, like either like wanting to provide for your girl, materials. Just there's like you're caught in the human game, and then you gotta play it one way or another.
Yeah, I was also gonna say like because you were talking about how like just like traveling in general, and I was gonna say like when I see someone like you, and we were talking about how you seem like so stress free and like maybe you're not actually, but you
Yeah.
like put it on.
Yeah.
But I feel like people like you who like travel and are like saying like you do following it seems like they're just more like at peace because like you said like everything's gonna work out. Oh, where's I gonna lead with that, bro? I don't
Here,
know.
honestly, you want me to give me like my honest opinion? I mean, like with the way I think it was the opposite. So like when I'm out here living, like I'm like, man, I'm stressed out. Like I really gotta make this money to like get these dreams. Like I have to make this shit happen so I can do what I want. I'm like, oh, these guys are just taking like a very traditional path. Oh, they're just chilling. Like they're out here just like going through the motions. They know they're gonna be fine after the 4 years. So then like I guess everybody thinks the grass is greener, but really everybody likes where they should like where they're at, like right now. Like for some reason I'm like, oh, maybe if I go in their position I'll feel better. Maybe, and then you guys like, oh, if I was in his position I'd feel better. But really there's no difference.
That was a good answer.
I'd say, I
That's
guess,
a very good answer.
like just to backpack off what you said a little bit. I know.
Hey, wait. Let him finish.
No,
his
no.
question.
Well,
do you know what you wanted to say?
What I was just gonna lead up to is like when you seem like you're living like a happier, like peaceful life.
Yeah.
It was more like when I look at you, it seems like you're living like you're not tied down to stuff. Like you don't let yourself get like tied down or like because for me it's like oh like I got college, I got work, like my family's here, and it seems like you just more like you're kind of there like I
Floating
don't
around,
need that
right?
stuff. Like I'm just
Yeah.
gonna go do my thing and like I'll figure it out if that stuff falls out. Like you're talking about like you dropped out of college, like
Yeah.
you didn't let that like tie you down.
Well, I don't want too much attachments or anything like that in the sense, but like the same thing. What I'm trying to say is like I also think like maybe if I did have those things, that could like ease my stress or ease something like that because that's like a plan. That's like something where I'm gonna go. So I'm trying to say like it's like the same. I don't know, like the same thing that you're wondering is the same thing I'm thinking about yours. Like
Yeah, because what he said is like we after 4 years like we should have our lives like set up now, and he's saying like that's not the stress he has, but our stress is that it looks like he's enjoying like his life basically right now.
and then
maybe
I'm thinking
some-
maybe you guys are enjoying like I don't know.
So we have like the same stress,
Yeah.
but it's just in like
It's just
different
different-
ways.
yeah.
We
Yeah,
just
yeah.
view it from our.
I
like,
think everyone
different-
thinks the grass is greener somewhere else or some other way is gonna bring them more happiness. That's basically what I was trying to say.
You brought up
Yep.
playing the human game or the human.
Yeah.
Bro, that's something like that interests me the most because I always think about it, and I always see like, damn, like, am I falling into like the society's trap
Yeah.
or
Rat
like,
race.
yeah,
Yeah,
basically
the
the
rat
rat race, and I'm like, I don't know, it just like it tickles my brain like every day of like, damn, how the hell am I gonna get out of this? Like, am I doing this for me? Like, why am I here? I don't know, like, what to you, what is the human like game? And then like what do you do to like not
To combat it.
yeah to like not play it basically?
Well, what I kind of think is like back to like my whole ecosystem point. The human ecosystem is basically the social game. So
Right.
like what we do, like that's very much natural, and that's what we progress to do. And like I think the best way to combat the social game is to enjoy it. Like there's obviously great parts about it, like social, like we socialize with people. People are so like animals are. I mean humans are social creatures. So like in a sense, like the social game like isn't this enemy that you guys need to like combat or anything. It's something you kind of like we need to embrace as like humans, because like we're gonna do whatever we need to do. Like I don't see it as like oh, they're working a 9 to 5. If you enjoy doing what you do 9 to 5, I don't think there's like any problem with that.
Do you think people actually enjoy their 9 to 5 though, or do they enjoy the comfort of the 9 to 5?
Well, I would say it's also, there's always like a compromise. I mean, there's always going to be some type of compromise. I don't know. It's just, you have to ask yourself if the compromise is worth it. So I don't know. I think a lot of people don't enjoy their 9 to 5s, but I think if you've done enough introspection and you understand yourself and what you want, you can definitely enjoy it. Like I want to enjoy my 9 to 5 making film.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's like what I want to do for my 9 to 5. But I also like I don't know. I hope people do enjoy their 9 to 5s.
Okay.
I do think they do too.
Yeah.
I think there are people out there who love.
Oh
what
yeah.
they do.
What do you guys think? Fuck,
Well-
I forgot y'all were here.
I think there is people that can enjoy it. I think there's a lot of people that don't. But I
Yeah.
think like there's a lot of people who do go to 9. Like I when I think of that, I think of like my sister. Like she's a civil engineer, and it's like an office type job. But to me, like whenever she seems like she really enjoys it.
Mm-hmm.
So when I look at that, I'm like, oh, like she just followed something like she wanted to do, and she's happy. So I'm not gonna knock her for that.
But do you think she's happy because the bread is nice on that side, or it's because she because I feel like she would enjoy like being at home with her kid more than being at the office, like at her job. You know what I mean?
I mean, obviously she probably would enjoy that more. But I think she does. Like she does. I think she doesn't like go to her job saying, oh, I hate like my job. Like I wish I wasn't doing this. Like I think. Obviously, I'm not her, but like it does seem like she has some level of like this is like I'm happy like doing this. Like this is something like I don't dread going to the office and doing. So when like that, like I said, that for me, like it does seem like people can do that, and it just seems she's interested in it. She likes doing it, so if she can do it, then someone else can do it too.
Yeah, I don't want to speak for her, but she doesn't seem like the type of person to be driven by money either. Just because of like her husband and the way like she supports him and the things he wants to do. Even though I might not be like,
bro.
you know what I mean? Because like, isn't she like we can say it, she's the breadwinner, right?
I mean, yeah, I guess you could say that. I mean, she just has like a good stable job, and
Exactly.
like he's just still working on like the things he wants to do. So
Exactly.
maybe it's not as stable, but he's still just working towards that. Yeah.
Right, and she's supportive of that.
Yeah.
So I don't think she's a money-driven person.
Yeah, I wouldn't say too much either. I think she's more like she's very family oriented too. But I don't
Sorry
know.
to get off topic.
I wasn't
but
trying to throw
what were we
shade at
talking about?
anybody.
No,
No,
I
we get
know,
it. We get it. We
but
get it. We get it.
Definitely sounded like
They
it.
probably won't watch anyway.
No, it didn't. All right.
Well,
Well,
what
that
were we
was-
on? I'm sorry.
We were talking about the social game.
Yeah, social game.
Yeah.
Social game. You answered
Oh,
it.
yeah, I mean, basically what I say is, like, just try not to combat it. I don't know, I think you just have to find doing time you like to do. Like, you have to find what you like doing with your time and somehow make a profit off of that because that's just how it works.
You need money.
Yeah,
You need
sadly,
money.
you need money, and, like, there's no way around it.
Right.
I don't know, you just don't think people are happy with the 9 to 5?
Yeah, me personally, I feel like, I don't know, 9 to 5's like, you can enjoy the people that you work with, you can enjoy the management, but I don't think someone is truly happy taking time out of their day to be somewhere for 8 hours every single day. I don't know. It just, at least for my personal experience, bro, like, I don't know. Working 8 hours is fucking deadly, bro.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I think we live in a very different time now where people aren't comfortable working like 40-hour weeks. They think it's like slave work, blah blah blah. And beforehand, I guess like in a different generation, it was people just kind of filling a role in society where they were like, okay, I'm doing my part of society regardless of me being, you know, like a clerk or like a bank teller.
Yeah.
Doing like a blue collar job. They're just like, I'm just filling my role in society, and I think that's enough for me.
No, you go ahead.
For me, so like you said, I'm feeling my part of society. For me, it's always been like, damn, I'm just making somebody else's pocket fatter. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, that's
like
it's a pyramid scheme.
but that's what I hate about it. Like, for me, it's always like, how can I make like, not to sound dumb, but yeah, like how can I make like my bank account look nice? How am I supposed to benefit myself when I'm here 8 hours making somebody's life like way better right now? You know what I mean? It just always felt like I'm working for somebody, and I don't know, that feeling like
Nah, it
rubs
sucks.
me the wrong way, bro. Like that shit.
Like, there's no easy way to put it. It sucks.
Yeah.
But there was somebody in your position to get to that point. Like, you know what I mean? Like, maybe if it was like sheer luck or fortune, but like they had to do their time too to get there.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like the people up top definitely did not want to work a 9 to 5. So, because that's the question we're still answering, right? 9 to 5s.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
I have a
Yeah.
huge thing. Like, what I liked what he was saying. But, like, I don't know. I think it's also the fact that 9 to 5s don't feel like as fulfilling. Because, like you said, like, back in society, it felt like when it's, like, all the way down to, like, the Wild West times, like, the bank, like, the teller had a very important role. Like, you needed everybody. And we're at such a point of, like, leisure that, like, we don't need certain roles in society as much, so our jobs don't feel as productive. And that goes all the way back from, like, when we were, like, just, like, humans running around. Like, there was the guy who, like, knew how to throw the bow and arrow. There's the healer. So I think it kind of goes, like, all the way back to that. So I think it's the fact if you don't feel your job, like, what you're doing with your time is really, like, adding to anything. If it's, like, either adding to your pocket or not, you're not going to get anything satisfaction from it. So I think some people who work their 9 to 5s and may provide for their family, that brings some type of satisfaction to it. But you have to find what, like, makes you feel like you're doing something with your time, I think, is why some 9 to 5s don't feel like they are.
Got you. Cause so you guys basically just feel like we need somebody to be like the bank teller. We need somebody to be working at this warehouse. Like,
I don't know.
Yeah, or at least that's how it used to be. Maybe it used to be more like that, and it might be.
It was more needed.
Yeah, it's kind of switching now. I think is what they're saying. Like they're saying now, people are realizing like, I don't need to be a bank teller.
Yeah,
like they got enough of those.
People don't want to work those jobs. Like, people don't want to work at Burger King for like 30 years, like the way they did beforehand, where they're like, this pays the bills, I'm happy flipping patties, and now it's like, bro, I'm flipping patties. You know what I mean?
Whereas also, we have our phones in our pocket where we can compare ourselves to everybody.
yeah, I
So you
think
can-
that's what it is too, bro.
Yeah,
Social
so people
media.
can see like what other people are doing. Like, oh, well, I want to do that.
Yeah.
Like, I want to do this. So that
Great
definitely
point.
makes your 9 to 5 look a little bit more dreading than it used to.
It does,
Yeah.
especially when you see people like our age. It's kind of hard not to compare when they live, you know, substantially better lives than we do. But I mean, again,
Yeah.
Or you feel like they do it.
to each their own,
I
right? Yeah.
feel like they do.
I think though you mentioned like you mentioned like 8 hours and like how you never want to work like 8 hours.
Mm-hmm.
But for me that's like never been a problem because I always see it as like oh like I want to be a pro athlete. It's like, well, those athletes put in so many hours, or it's like like this podcast, even like if you told me we could like make enough money to be comfortable, like I'd put in 8 hours a day to do this podcast like with you guys. So for me, it's not as much like, oh, I'm putting in time. It's more just like I just don't want to be doing something where like I don't care about it and I don't have no passion to like push it farther. I think that's where the problem with the 9 to 5 comes for me. And that's why I said before I could work one. Because I think if I found something like I really like and I look and I'm like, yeah, like I want to be a part of that, then I think I could do it. It's more just like finding that thing I want to be a part of.
Yeah, I totally agree.
I don't know, but like how you said, like doing the podcast, like for us, like doing this podcast, it's benefiting us. Like my whole point was just like when you're at Menards for 8 hours, bro, nobody there is benefiting except for the owner of that Menards, bro. So that's my like whole issue. I just feel trapped at a 9 to 5, is what I would say. It's just like I don't know.
Like, I mean, like entry level positions, I guess you can argue that you're trapped because you're like bottom of the barrel, like eating off crumbs, basically.
Bro, but even like leads and supervisors, they're just getting more shit.
Damn,
Like,
just call him out, bro.
hey.
Let him know how you feel. Let him know how you
No,
feel.
I'm trying to get fired, bro.
You need those crumbs?
Yeah, definitely, bro.
Yeah, bro. Those crumbs beneficial to me. Huh?
All right, let's get back on track to the
Oh, that wasn't on track?
to the main event, bro.
What's your go-to meal on the road?
Go-to meal on the road. So there's this thing. Dang, what's it called? It's on Costco. It's this chicken bake. Chicken bake. $1 chicken bakes. It's like thing full of bread, chicken, and like smoked turkey. Just yeah, those are good. They're huge.
They are
Bread.
good. They
They're
are
huge.
good. I didn't want to butt in. Those are so good.
Yeah, I know. They're like $1 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely take those. all
Dang.
day. Fill you up, cheap. Back on the road.
What's your take on Costco hot dogs?
You know,
Never had one.
Costco hot dogs, they get the job done. As long as it's anything that gets the job. Like, I'm not picky on food at all. As long as it gets the job done.
Dang, a chicken bake. That was not that's not what I expected at all.
Well,
It is funny
you want,
that
like,
you
the
at least
best,
know what it
like,
is.
The best
Yeah.
meal I had on the road, the best food is in Portland. But I've also spent
Say less.
most time in Portland. There's a great burger there. I forget what it's called, but there's Kaba's African Kitchen that's great there. Every food truck's great there. And Little Big Burger is a pretty good fast food chain there, too.
Little Big Burger. That's an oxymoron.
What like since you travel a lot, what city has the best community?
I almost sound like a broken... I mean, New York
Portland?
has... Yeah, Portland, we're the really nice, like, people up there, but New York is really cool. Like,
New
New
York?
York, like, the parks there, they're packed. Like, everybody's out there, like all the college kids are out there, like, studying, like, hanging out. People are, like, street performing. Some dude's yelling at a bird. There's, like, a pigeon guy. There's just so much, like... There's so much, like, humans just, like, doing human stuff there, like, all the time. That's really cool.
You talked about it a little bit that it's like it's nice for a weekend, but to stay there for a while, it's like it overloads your brain.
Yeah, I mean, you guys all from Nebraska. Like, I'm used to, like, seeing, like, nothingness, and then, like, then you go to, like, New York, and there's, like, buildings every corner, lights, somebody, like, shitting on the side of the sidewalk. It's just like, yeah.
There's a video of this one guy eating a girl out just in the middle of the
wow.
street in New York.
No way.
Dang, he left the podcast.
Yeah, we don't even like that guy, so it's probably good that he's
I mean,
gone.
get it in where you fit in, right?
I mean, I guess.
Think about it. New York, everybody has these small little apartments. I mean, imagine trying to sneak a girl in there when you're like 16. Your mom's like right there.
Yeah, you're all in the same room at that
Yeah,
point.
I mean, get in where you fit in, right?
Yeah.
You can't blame him.
It's also, I mean, who's watching? Who's really watching? You know what I mean?
I mean,
Who's
like,
staring at you?
There's so much going on. They're not paying attention. To
They're not going to remember that. They're not going to know you.
Well, I mean, somebody will remember it.
Yeah, but I mean,
They're
they
recording.
don't know you.
And posted it on
But,
Twitter.
Oh, well.
but for how long?
Yeah, yeah.
Like what? Like
yeah.
one moment they tell your friends, they laugh, move on.
Yeah, then it's just, you know. And
But you?
you, like you said, ignorance is bliss. You may not even know they laughed about it.
Yeah.
If you don't know they
yeah.
were seeing,
Yeah,
then
I
you
mean,
don't
you're in
know.
the moment. It's just you and her.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, Oscar was telling me about your trip to New York and how you met Casey Neistat.
Oh yeah.
And so I want to hear a little bit about that and just like the most famous or like most influential people that you've met on the road too.
Alright, we saw Casey Neistat on his little like hoverboard or whatever, like running around. I literally said, "Hey, bro, I like your videos." He said, "Thank you," and then just kept going. Like,
No
nothing cool.
way.
We saw G-Eazy, the white rapper. He was cool. And then
Jeez.
we saw, you guys know Welvin the Great?
Welvin the Great.
Don't you guys don't know D's Nuts guy?
Oh, is that him?
Yeah, we saw.
I just didn't know the
No
name.
way.
Yeah, like I see that he like be staying like on like the streets of like LA and stuff.
He was in. We saw him in Vegas.
Oh
We
really?
saw him in Vegas, and his sister was feeding him Pink Whitney shots, asking $5 for a picture.
I heard
Yeah,
that.
and we were like, "What is this going on?" And then like, Hayden apparently is a huge D's Nuts fan. He's like, "Oh, I need this picture. I need this."
He
picture."
paid the $5?
He was about to, but then Welvin threw up.
Damn.
Welvin just threw up. He was so drunk. Welvin just threw up. Hey, what's up, man? Hey, yeah, we're just filming a podcast.
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
Here's a special guest, Oscar.
Appreciate it. How we doing?
No,
Nah,
we're good.
sorry, what were we talking about?
He met
The
these
Welvin.
nuts guy.
Did you really?
Yeah, Hayden was ecstatic.
I bet he
Hayden
was.
loved
I
it.
bet he was.
And then he threw up.
Oh.
Welvin the Great threw up.
Nah. Wait, these nuts guy threw up?
Yeah, his sister be stealing like little Pink Whitney shots. He's asking $5 for pictures, exploiting the poor guy. And
Oh,
he
really?
Threw up, yeah.
Nobody caught that on cam?
I saw a video of him.
I can't.
I saw a video of him like when he was charging
Well, she was charging
money for
$5.
pictures.
We weren't gonna pull out the camera to charge $5. We were like, hell, we need that $5, so no.
Got you.
Yeah, we were just talking about some of the most famous people he's met on the road, and he was just talking about Casey Neistat, how he met him in New York.
Oh, yeah, that is sick. You told me about that.
Do you get starstruck when stuff like that? Like, do you ever feel like you saw him and you're like, wow, that's really him? Like, I'm seeing somebody like
I'll be
watch a
honest,
lot.
I don't. But me and Carver and like Hayden have had this conversation. There's very few people I think that would actually like get any type of start. Like I think the most reaction like anyone will get is like, "Oh shit, that's." But I don't know. I think it's just kind of like everybody's pretty much the same at the end of the day. So I try not like I'll get more starstruck about somebody's work than them actually,
Mm-hmm.
because I try to separate the art from the artist. in a sense.
I do
Like
the
I don't
same.
like the idolization of artists. Like I want anyone thinking I'm cooler because or like a better person than someone because of my films. So I try to give them like the same respect. Like I'll idolize your work, but I'll never idolize you.
I feel the same exact way about
Yeah.
that. Like with everything. Like I don't like. I'm not a fan of you because
Yeah.
you're Gareth Bale. I'm a fan of you because you're good at soccer. Like
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
that. I see it the exact same
Yeah.
way.
I don't know. I think it's just a bad idea to like think someone's a better or higher than you or anything like that in any sense. They're just good at what they do, and I like what they do, not them,
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know them personally.
You like the production.
True story. I actually met
No, we don't want.
Bro, that's cap. That's cap.
No, it's
Cap.
not,
That's
dude.
cap.
Don't say
Dude,
it, bro.
cap.
No one
Yes.
wants to hear this, bro.
Bro, everybody wants to hear this, and I'm gonna say it again.
You brought it up
I
last
know.
podcast.
No, I didn't.
Yes,
Bro,
bro.
the
Tell
fifth
him,
time.
tell him, and you tell me what you think.
Okay, true story. We went to a Hispanic Leadership Conference in Chicago like
Too
2 or
deep,
3
bro.
years
Get to
ago.
it.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. We're staying in this hotel, and we're going to the Navy Pier, and we go to the lobby, and Allen Iverson is there.
Oh shit.
AI is sitting like on the phone.
It was a homeless
Just
guy.
calling somebody. No, the fuck it wasn't, bro. And me, this kid named Brandon Monterez and another buddy of mine were like, oh shit, like it's Allen Iverson, blah blah blah. And so I go up to him and I was like, hey, like what's up? Like, do you mind if I get a picture? And he was like, bro, can't you see I'm on the phone? Tells me to fuck off.
Damn.
Yeah.
Guess
Uh,
AI gave you a great answer.
Great answer. And I was just like, oh, like okay, man. And like I walked away, and that was it. That was it. And these guys don't believe me.
That did
Damn.
not happen, bro.
It's happening.
Damn.
Does that story sound believable? Was the confidence there in that?
I mean, I believe him.
Because he's on the phone. He's on the phone with somebody, and like obviously, like I'm not one to bother somebody. Like I understand,
Sorry,
like
bro.
you're a person. You got your like you have your like your right to privacy, and like I'm not trying to like be a burden to you or anything. But I'm like, bro, like this is once in a lifetime for me.
Yeah.
So I was like, I gotta like shoot my shot. I gotta like say what's up, try and like create like a photo. At least I got like the photographic memory, but like I don't know. I was just like, so I was starstruck, and I was also like heartbroken all in, like 2 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know. It's like if you think people owe responsibility to their fans. I
No,
don't know.
I don't. It was. I just felt very entitled in the moment. Also, just to support my story, it was All-Star Weekend that weekend coming up, so he had a reason to be in Chicago.
Bro tries to tell this story as often as he
No,
can.
I don't. I
you
literally.
can tell, obviously.
The one thing is his story doesn't change. I'll give him that. His story doesn't change.
I mean, just,
So
I
it-
mean, it's not that hard of a story,
not
bro.
that
Some people struggle. Some people struggle.
I don't know.
I hate
Alright,
you guys.
Let's reel it back in. So do you think, or have you ever
I hate
been
you
jealous? Have you ever been jealous of like Carver and Hayden of like of the like journey of like being musicians?
I saw that question. I was like, no. I mean, like I don't know. I'm not a very jealous person, and I mean, I guess like the same thing. Like some people might see Carver in like a different light than I obviously see Carver.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I've seen Carver like shitting his brains out in like L.A. You know, and like some people like
okay.
see Carver and they just see his Instagram or they see like, you know, just him singing on the streets. It's just the same thing. Like the idea of someone is obviously much more powerful than like the person. So I just never like I've never been jealous of Carver. I've never been that much jealous of a person, like period, of much.
Have you ever tried to like join the
Join
the group?
band?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to learn bass right now.
Ah,
but, I mean,
okay.
I mean, I'm definitely much more interested in film than I am music, and I love music and I love hearing music. But just like a thing of Carver has the voice, Hayden has the guitar, and they've just been naturally just picking that up for whatever reason. And I've always been naturally just attracted to films. So if I was supposed to play music, I'd be more interested in music, or I would have been doing it for much longer than I am now.
Got
So,
you.
Yeah.
How'd you get attracted to film, or was it something you just always kind of like had?
Well, I was always pretty like I always liked movies a lot, and then you guys know what Watch Mojo is?
Yeah,
Well, I would always like I would watch movies and
I
like,
don't. What,
like the YouTube where it's like the top 10 list, like top 10. Watch
Yeah.
Mojo.
and I would always look
Oh.
up top 10 movie directors, and then I would watch all their movies when I was little. And I always just liked movies because that's something like I could do with like my grandma, I could do that with my dad, I could do it with my mom. So like, we'd always go watch movies, and I always just liked the experience of going to the movie theater a lot. And then just I was always like I used to do like theater. I did a lot of like plays in like middle school and high school, not high school, elementary school and middle school. And then I was just and then I got recently back into it. I don't know, just something about films just always attracted me.
With that being said, top 5 movies right now.
Top 5 movies.
Right now.
Okay, like right now, like what I'm liking right now.
All
'cause it
time,
always-
all
time,
time,
all
all
time.
time.
I meant I want them right now.
If you can't name all 5, just give like a few. They don't even have to
I
be
mean,
in
I'm
order.
gonna give you way more than 5.
Okay.
I just can't put
Is
them
that
in-
easy?
I
Is
can't
that
put them
easy?
in-
No, no specific
I can't
order.
think of
I'll make it
5.
easy
I'll
for
be
you.
honest.
I mean, do you count like a trilogy as 1 or a
No,
trilogy as
no,
3?
No,
I
hell
don't
no.
know if
That's
you guys even
one.
know the movies I'm saying. Okay.
Test us, bro. Test us.
Okay. I think my favorite movies, like currently right now, is probably Fallen Angels, Dazed and Confused. I like that one a lot.
My favorite.
Yeah. I like La Haine. I think Akira, definitely. And then probably go with 2001 Space Odyssey. And then Full Metal Jacket. But let's talk about how we do, like, different movies. I say my favorite trilogy.
Holy smokes, those movies I've never heard ever of.
I-
those.
I heard of a few. I've heard of.
I heard
Okay.
2.
Okay.
That's it, 2.
Yeah.
Well, thank God you guys know about them. What genre do they fall in?
Oh, they're all different. Yeah, all pretty different genres. I also like all of Wes Anderson's work a lot. I really just go over like what directors I'm kind of in the mood for. Like Harmony Korine is probably my favorite director of like all time. It goes like Harmony Korine, Wes Anderson, Wong Kar-wai, yeah, Stanley Kubrick, obviously, Quentin Tarantino. I know you guys know him, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Sweet, yeah. Tarantino's sick.
He looks so nice.
No, I've heard of that. I've
Yeah,
heard
yeah,
of
yeah,
him.
no,
I
no.
don't like no. I mean, he's
Yeah.
not my best friend.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, obviously.
And then, but like, I think the best trilogies, like, I think you guys know more trilogies, probably. I like Planet of the Apes a lot.
Oh my
Yeah.
Those
gosh!
threes
Yes,
are
sir.
great.
Yes, bro.
Those are
Yes.
great.
We have a
And then
fan,
I like
bro.
the Dark Knight trilogies,
Oh.
Christopher Nolan's. Those are always badass. And then I
Yeah.
actually do like all the Spider-Man movies, even the Marvel cinematic ones. I like those too.
What do you think about Transformers?
Wow, I think honestly I forgot. I think I forgot.
The worst movie taste here.
I think Transformers
Anything with Jim Carrey?
is probably the best work of cinema I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying.
Wait, are you being serious?
No, those are terrible. Those are fucking explosions for 5-year-olds. Fucking lose their minds.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you bro.
I didn't
Yeah,
even
it's,
like
I like
them.
the first 2 are actually pretty solid.
I didn't
There you
even
go.
like
First-
them. Like y'all tripping. I didn't even like.
You
them.
like you like anything
Bugging.
with Jim Carrey?
I like Jim Carrey. I like Jim Carrey a lot, actually.
Okay, perfect. With
I like
that,
The Truman Show, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
okay,
That's a great
okay,
movie.
okay. With that said, who would you want to direct, or do you have anybody specific that?
Oh, like actors?
Yeah, right.
I think my favorite actors are probably like Willem Dafoe. You guys know him, the Green Goblin. I
Yeah.
like him a lot. I like Robert Pattinson a lot too. And you guys know the Safdie brothers, Good Time and Uncut Gems. Yeah, those are sweet.
In my like top 3.
Oh, that movie's badass. That's one of the best movies. of all
Uncut
time.
Gems is top 3 for you?
No, Good
It's
Time.
good time.
Oh, Good Time.
Uncut Gem is like that's top 25, bro.
Yeah.
Okay,
Nah.
actually, one question.
Adam Sandler. He's
Okay,
great.
Adam Sandler's good.
Yeah.
This guy cried to what's that
La
movie?
La La
called?
no La
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 Land.
La Land.
That's the musical one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Is
haven't
that
seen it. I haven't
oh,
seen
No,
it.
my
trust,
gosh,
watch
bro.
it,
Watch it.
and I can trust his opinion. Like, if he says it's bad, then I'll be like, okay, then
Okay.
my favorite movie is just
people,
bad.
people liked it a lot. So.
Okay,
hopefully-
watch it, and I need to know your opinion on
watched
it,
it?
bro. I have.
I
and
have.
Did
It's
it
not a
nothing for you?
cryable
Did
movie,
nothing?
bro.
Have you seen Whiplash?
Yeah, I've seen Whiplash. I
It's
love
by the
Whiplash.
same director.
Okay. Oh yeah.
So
It's probably solid. Whiplash is a great movie.
exactly.
Okay.
'Cause these guys clown me for that, but
I don't clown him.
I-
Let the record show I don't clown him.
I want to point out
It's
there's
just-
no
I
such
just
thing as
think-
bad taste, man.
That's very.
Y'all are
true.
just haters, bro. There's no such thing as bad taste, bro.
Still
Y'all,
stuck on
Transformers
Transformers,
is
bro.
y'all talking about bad taste, bro. You taste what you taste.
That is true. That is true.
No, I'll give you the chance to flame me. What's your take? Have you seen the Step Up movies? Like the dancing ones?
I
We're-
saw them a long time ago, but they're entertaining. I thought they were pretty good.
Step Up 3 is a banger. Just wanna
Step
put
Up
that
3
out.
is-
Dancing's always just so stimulating to the eye.
Maybe you do know what you're talking about,
Yeah,
bro.
Step Up 3 is literally all time for me. That's
All
number 1
time?
on my list, bro.
Okay. Yeah. What's your guys' all time? Let's see
number
how I'm
one.
feeling about these.
You better say it, bro.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright,
yeah,
so
you
my
know,
top
you
3,
know.
La La Land, Whiplash, and then probably Good Time.
Okay. Those are all. I like both
But
of those
I like
movies.
like a lot. Like what's it called?
Ooh, how do you
not-
feel about Tim Burton? You like Edward Scissorhands? And
Nah,
Donnie Darko?
I'm not really.
Then
Donnie
I
was
Darko's
never-
really good.
Yeah,
like
but
I
that's
was
that
not-
never a
that's
fan of
not
Edward
him.
Scissorhands.
That's like Nightmare Before. I don't
What's
know.
it called? What's the who's the director that made Fight Club?
Oh my gosh.
I forgot his name, but I like
He does
all
like
of
the
his
Social
movies.
Network.
Yeah, he did
He
Social
did- oh, I
Network.
forgot his. That is a good movie.
The Social Network is
Damn,
like
what's
top
his
10.
name?
I'm forgetting. It starts with
What
like
is
an
top
S or
10?
something. I'm
Wow.
forgetting.
Oh, Stevie.
Steven Spielberg. Yep,
No,
it's got to be him.
Spielberg Goonies, huh? No, I don't know.
I forgot it.
Yeah,
I like
but
all his
Social
movies.
Network, Fight Club, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. That's 3 I got.
All right, well, we're talking about number one movie. We all know it here.
We definitely
We
all
do.
know
It
it.
is Real
Yeah.
Steel.
That movie is so
That
good.
Hugh Jackman, that
Yeah.
Telecollapse comes on.
you like
start
that
getting
movie?
pumped.
Elite. I won't take any slander on that movie. I will never take slander.
You know, last time I watched it, I was about a 3rd grader and I got pumped.
Bro, I'm not
Okay,
gonna lie, we've
perfect.
watched it maybe
Religiously, bro.
2,000, 3,000 times, I think.
Religiously.
Every single day, I think, actually.
I think peak COVID, like when we had remote classes, like we'd like stay over and like wake up for classes because our schedules aligned well. Bro, on like repeat.
All night.
I literally just hear
Real
fucking
Steel.
I think
punches
you
in
went
my
back to
sleep.
back, bro. Real Steel back to back.
You did run it back? Wow.
We could probably redo that whole movie bar for bar and
No
just go straight
way.
from it.
No,
bro.
but let's realistic now. Answer the questions.
I mean, I do like Real Steel, but that's
I mean,
definitely
that's
number
top 3 at least.
Oh yeah, that was yeah.
I was not playing.
Okay, I'll go.
one.
I'll
Might
go.
be top 5.
I'll go. My top 3: Step Up 3, Real Steel. That was actually for real for me. Cars, the first one.
Oh, wow.
You a Disney fan at all?
Yeah, I like Cars.
Okay.
Cars solid.
That's
I don't know how I feel about Cars 2, though.
No,
Not
Lil
that
Wayne,
much.
right?
Bro, Cars 1 is definitely the best.
Cars 1 is the best.
How do you feel about? Have you ever seen the movie Hachi about the dog?
Oh man.
He cried during that one.
No, that's
That's
a
one
movie
you
will
have
make
to
you
watch.
cry.
Do you have dogs?
I did have a dog.
All right, then you're definitely gonna like this movie, bro.
I don't know what platform it's on right now, but you actually got to give that a watch.
All right, I trust you guys.
I already went. Yeah.
What's your top 3?
Hachi, Real Steel, and Step Up 3.
Step Up 3.
Yeah,
Bro, that's so
I
solid.
guess I'm gonna have to give those a rewatch.
bro. Try.
Can
We
I
also
go?
broke dance growing up,
Like
which
my
is why
3?
we love those
Yeah,
movies
yeah,
so
yeah.
much.
Bro, but the thing is, y'all gonna think I'm not being serious. You're gonna
No,
clown
go
me,
ahead.
bro.
No
You're gonna say
judgment.
Transformers 1, 2, and 3, bro.
Bro, only one, bro. Only one. But no order, right? Probably the first Transformers.
Holy smokes,
Massive, bro. See, that's
Nothing
what I
wrong.
mean,
Nothing
bro.
wrong.
That's what I
No
mean. That's
judgment.
what I
No
mean.
judgment. Oh, you were supposed to
Yes.
say
Oh,
nothing?
my bad. Go ahead.
I like Cars 1 too.
Yo.
Yeah, Cars 1.
It's just classics. These are classics.
No,
Another
go.
movie. Honestly, it's just those two and Real Steel.
How do you guys feel about Avatar?
Bro,
I
I
love
love
Avatar.
Avatar, bro.
I
The
love
second one,
Avatar.
You like the second one?
That one made me cry.
that one also made me cry, bro.
Brian hated the second one.
You
I
have
don't hate them.
Bro,
I
you
just
have
think
to have
they're
an older
way
brother to cry.
overrated. Like
Way
in my
overrated.
opinion, like I think a lot of people just straight, dick suck them. I don't think they're
No
good.
way.
They're
They're
enjoyable
nothing-
movies,
They're
but
nothing groundbreaking.
yeah,
you know?
it's nothing
What
like
about
crazy
you?
to me.
You're the
Okay.
you're the filmer
On
here,
the-
bro.
On the film, bro.
Dive us in.
I mean, I kind of agree with them, but I think they're worth the hype simply off visuals alone. Like that's just that's insane. Like how they make those movies look like that with the water scenes. I mean, the story didn't have me like crazy, but I think when you have the visuals carry so hard, the story doesn't have to be insane. So it's definitely a very solid movie, and I can see why people like it so much.
Actually, I want to add. I like Inception and Interstellar.
Okay.
Just want to add that to my list.
Christopher Nolan.
Just want to add it. Just want to add it.
Okay, if I'm being serious, any movie with Leonardo DiCaprio, bro.
Yeah.
What's the favorite? lead?
Blood Diamond. for me.
Inception.
Diamond's good.
Blood Diamond
Inception
for me.
is really good.
Very.
You guys need to watch it if you guys haven't.
We
But
watched it
I
together.
watched it. That's a great movie.
That's not what happened at all.
That's why me and you
not-
are friends,
Because
bro.
I
Interstellar's
remember
great,
because
too.
I fell
Interstellar?
asleep and then I started
Interstellar?
clowning
No,
you
never.
because you didn't get the movie.
Oh.
No, it's true, bro. You gotta think about when
I didn't get
Leonardo
one part of
DiCaprio
the
is in a
movie.
movie, bro. You gotta be thinking. You gotta be on your toes when you're watching a movie like that,
But
bro.
this kid fell asleep.
You,
during it.
you also got to
Someone
realize.
that watches Transformers can't relate, bro. You just gotta know that,
You
bro.
also got to realize his movie reviews are
Hated
based
it,
off like
bro.
the first 10 minutes of the movie because he cannot stay awake for longer than the
Never,
intro, bro.
not once, bro. Bro, we literally watched what's that one movie with?
Oh my
So it
God.
has to get him in the first.
It was the
10
movie
or
with
so.
Brad Pitt.
Yeah,
They just
bro,
threw-
that's why Avatar.
Oh, with
obviously,
Ryan
bro.
Gosling.
That's like a
With
4-hour
yeah,
movie.
the movie with Ryan.
The Gray Man, bro. We watched The
Gray
Gray Man.
Man.
That guy was literally I heard him snoring after literally the
Yes,
intro
bro.
played and he was snoring.
This guy was like,
Bro,
this guy
they
was
have
like,
what can I say? They have a comfortable couch. You know what I'm saying?
no, he hit it.
Y'all are
He,
bugging. Let's reel it back in, bro.
all right. He hit us with
My
the.
fault, Brody.
He did hit us with the. He hit extensive research on finding a decent movie for us to watch just to pass out. So that's why we were so stressed out.
Yeah.
But we ended up liking it though. So
So earlier you were, discussing how like, you kind of fell into like a depression like during college. And so like basically, what's it called? Like kind of how did that sort of go about? Like he kind of said girl problems, how did that?
Damn. Basically it was just some long distance shit. Like, she went to college out of state, and then I was still in state. So then I was just kind of like, damn, she's probably having like a good time somewhere else in a new city that's not like Lincoln. and
That's
I'm
not
here,
with me.
And I'm here in Lincoln. And then it was just kind of like, I need to get out of Lincoln. I'll keep it short and brief. I won't get into much details about it. But I'll go into details about like my first breakup, like when I was like a sophomore in high school.
Okay, yeah, get into that.
Like, so basically I dated this girl from 8th grade until about sophomore year in high school. And then
How long is that for?
it's
3?
wild.
Like 3.
A
Yeah.
lifetime,
like
dude.
3
Yeah,
years.
so
Well, yeah, at that age.
that's the first hit, Just game over, you're
Is
crying.
it true?
You're posting little Frank Ocean things on your story.
No way, that was you?
Dude, I'm gonna be honest, it really was. Like,
Really?
On my Finsta? Yeah, I was
Oh
hurt. I
my
was like
God.
posting subliminal messages. Dude, I was like 15, like 16.
Come on, don't hit me up.
Yeah, don't hit me up.
Don't hit me up. You guys only know the ones,
You guys will never understand this kind of pain. Like, yeah, I was hurt. I was like the first one in my group to have like a girlfriend, had my first kiss. Like, I'm the first one who had everything. And then like, then it all got broken off sophomore year. And then, but honestly, that's when my life got like way better. Because then I started like going out, meeting everybody. And then like, that's why I got good music taste. Because
Oh,
I
yeah.
was into so much music after.
Is it true though? A first breakup really does change you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think every breakup was going to change you. Like, every time.
Dang.
Like, I mean, like, it's literally like people have compared it to like drug addictions. I mean, like, you get so much dopamine from this person, you rely on this person so much, and when you lose it, it's just like, I mean, you cold turkey it, really.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be feeling it. So you better be your best behavior. That's what I'm saying. You
Damn,
better be
that's
ready.
crazy.
No, you feel it in your chest. That shit hurts.
Yeah, you felt that?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Those cuts, they cut deep, right?
yeah.
Bro,
yeah.
because I'm telling you, bro, like, what you said, Frank Ocean, everything, bro, tell me why this guy's crying in the middle of the school, bro.
I was gonna say that too.
Oh,
Bro, you had a very similar situation. It was like around the same timeline too, right?
Yeah, that's-
Exact same timeline, bro. Word for word. I went bar for bar with you
for
just
bar.
now.
yeah.
No, I guess you can keep this brief as well. My question to you is is there parts of you that are still like healing from those relationships?
First, I'd honestly say I'm probably like I'm over it. Like I don't even want a girl right now. Like I'm totally fine being myself, and I kind of like being by myself. But I gotta be honest. Like every man needs a breakup. It brings like a lot of personality, a lot of character.
Hear that,
You
bro?
You need to have that suffering. You're not your true form yet. I'll be honest. You're like level 1. Your true form hasn't came.
Yeah.
Really?
No, yeah, 100%. I mean, I didn't have abs in my first like breakup, and like after that, I had my most like stone cold abs I've ever had. And then just like I started getting more serious about what I wanted to do. I don't know. It just like turns like a different wire. And I mean, just put so much time and energy to this person, and now it's all freed up, and just I don't know. That's what happened to me. I think I absolutely needed it.
Really?
Yeah, it was humbling, very humbling.
I
It
can
humbles
agree.
the fuck out of you.
Bro, because you're the only one that can, like, relate.
Dang, so none of you guys have gotten broken up with?
I mean, me and him are
Wow.
still in, like, our very first, like,
Wow.
relationships ever.
I can't imagine, bro. Like, I really can't. But, like,
Yeah.
but honestly, okay, bro, yeah. I mean, I'll be honest, like, if it's working, it's working. Like, it doesn't matter. Like,
Okay.
I mean, you guys aren't, like, the grass isn't, like, greener anywhere else. Like, you guys should be, like, out here, like, fucking hoes or something. I mean, like, if it's, like, still, like, you guys are both growing and it's both, like, a stimulating relationship, I don't think you guys will be fine. But just know, like, if they want to think the grass is greener or something. I know it's game over. I'll be honest. That's a
Yeah.
long ass time.
Y'all are in for it for real.
Yeah,
Y'all are
so
in
much.
for it, bro.
I mean, you guys probably have so much shared experiences and like so much time together. It's gonna be a rough one.
Yeah, that's I don't know.
Does it make you scared to like you said you didn't want a girlfriend? Does it make you scared to get into another relationship because you don't want to like go through that again?
No, absolutely not. The girlfriend that I broke up with college, like I thought that was gonna be like the only girl I'd ever date, and then I met like 3 girls I liked on the road. Like I actually liked a lot. So I was just like, oh no, I'll be fine. Like
Yeah,
I had
I'll
like
figure it out.
instant chemistry with like girls I had, and like I even had like a little thing with the girl, and like it was totally fine, and like it was like a whole new thing, and I totally forgot about the other one. So like I think like when it's the right time, it'll always come. It just takes time and just like new person, new time. I don't know. I think like the way I think about it is if I never would have broke up with her, I never had these experiences with these other girls that I like truly like hold deep, and I like have love for all these girls, and I'm glad I did. I don't know. I'm always open to anything new.
It kind of come back to what you started, like what we started the podcast with.
Yeah.
What you're saying. Everything comes full circle.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I think it's. I mean, I think if you have a girl that's like stimulating and like, I think a good relationship's always great. So.
Do you picture yourself being like finding one person to be with for like the rest of your life?
I think I would like to. I think it's much more rewarding. Especially like intimacy wise and all that stuff like that. Just like you feel so much more, and it's just much more of like a long term thing. It's just like everything. You put more time and energy, it's gonna better the results. So yeah, I would definitely see myself with one person if that's what happens. But if it's like multiple like periods of time where I put so much time and energy and not just the whole time and just different girls, I'm okay with that too.
So do you see yourself getting like married? Like is that something you want to do? Is like get married to someone?
I'm not against it and I'm not for it. I mean, if like my girl's like, let's get married, I'm like, yeah, let's get married. Like, it doesn't matter to me.
But if she just hit you with the like, oh, I don't really care about like the whole getting married part,
Yeah,
you just be like, I don't care either.
Yeah, whatever. It's really up to the girl, to me. Like, if that security brings you something that we're married and like that says like, oh, like it feels good, like, oh, we're married, like our husband and wife, and just like the whole deal about that, having a wedding, then like, yeah, let's do it. But like, if you don't care, then I don't care.
Solid, very solid.
Yeah. Girls are a thing, huh? Who doesn't love them?
Oh, me. What?
When you said you
Boring.
wow.
We're gonna go ahead and end it there. You know, special.
I was just gonna say, what do you like? Because you've had entanglements.
Oh, entanglements.
So like, what do you see in girls? Like, what attracts you more? Are you more looks, personality?
Well, I like all types of looks. Like, I
Oh,
like
okay,
anything.
okay.
It does not matter. Ethnicity, body shape, it doesn't matter. I think I'm definitely just chemistry, 100%. Like, I don't know, pretty stupid, but like personality. Like, I really just like a girl that's funny. If I'm being like completely honest, so she can make me laugh and like. I don't like to be serious with like girls. Like
Yeah,
I don't want
right.
to talk about no philosophy with you. Like I don't know. Like I mean, like I do that. I don't know. I like it at some points, but like at some time, like I just want to have like a good time with you. Like honestly, like let's go out and like make fun of people or something. Yeah.
Yep.
Don't need to get serious.
Dude, oh, that's such a solid answer. Because if a girl can make me laugh, like that's so rare.
Yeah.
Because girls are not funny, bro.
I've had some pretty funny girls in my life.
Yeah.
There's no such thing.
No,
No, there is, bro. Trust.
No, 'cause I like
You're
to-
not looking hard enough.
Yeah, because I like to believe my girlfriend's like hilarious. She knows how to make me laugh, which is like super rare.
Alright, bro.
Off camera. Be real.
No, that is real. That is real, man. I fucking hate you guys.
No,
I can't
we're
say
kidding,
nothing.
we're kidding.
We should have studied up on our philosophy, because it sounds
What do you mean?
like
I took a philosophy class.
I
2
know,
of them, bro.
How about this?
Oh,
vices and not vices.
Get
Wait, you trying to bring out
get into
Descartes?
something.
Hey, how do you find eudaimonia?
Eudaimonia,
What is that?
like true happiness.
No philosophy.
Eudaimonia is like when you like reach like it's almost like reaching like a final
eudaimonia?
form.
Like the okay.
Like the whole
You heard of
happiness
it?
thing.
Yeah. It's like EUD.
Yeah.
However you
Oh,
yeah.
I just said it wrong.
That
My
used
bad.
to be like one of my little Instagram handles. He used to put some shit like that.
Oh, really?
Obtained
It's like kind of
eudaimonia.
like a nirvana type of state.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Always in nature. I've always had those like where I've had brief like awakenings or anything where I feel like super enlightened or anything like that has always been in nature, 100%. Like either walking through the woods. I've only had those experiences in nature, so I think that's where all my philosophy comes back to. That is basically I feel the best out there.
Perfect.
That's just me.
Out in the sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dirt
on the
and
sticks
mud.
and the dirt. feet in the ground, butt naked, right? Running around. In Portland, they have a day where they all bike around. Butt naked.
Oh, I've seen that.
Butt naked.
I've seen that on
Yeah,
YouTube,
they,
actually.
They hike around butt naked.
Cut
too.
that out.
You've
Cut
seen
all
that?
that out.
You've seen that?
Would you take part in that? No, I have.
Huh?
Yes.
Ooh, will I take part in that? I'm just not too. I don't know. I don't like people seeing my ass.
That's your ass?
That's what you're worried
They can
about?
see the front.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Yeah, like that
Okay.
confidence. I like that. I like that.
I mean, no, you just can't see it over the bush. You don't know.
Oh,
okay.
it's like it matches the top.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got
yeah,
you, got
yeah.
you, got
He's
you.
got the waves going everywhere.
Yeah. So yeah, no. I mean, I don't know. I feel like it'd probably be freeing, just like feeling all that wind up your ass.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm for that, but I've definitely seen that. I've seen that Portland does that. Good for them.
That's wild. I'm not going to Portland no more.
Yeah.
Your whole family's going there.
Bro, if I'm driving down the street and I see a gang of 1,000 bikers, bro, I'm actually, oh, bro, it's gonna be a long day for somebody.
I just see like
Shut up.
do you guys like doing the podcast? Like, is it something you guys want to continue doing?
You want me to go first?
This is a great
Okay.
question because we were sort of like talking about this, not really like that, but like we were talking about what we were talking about was like, do we think like we'll seriously make it
Yeah.
doing this, and we all had like similar but sort of different answers, different kind of perspectives. But I'll just start off with me, and I'll just go ahead and say like I like 100% think this will go if we just keep going at it. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And just keep on like being consistent and like keep on improving. As the next one goes out.
And you said we're like, in the beginning, I might butcher this, but you said we're kind of like social people. Or like humans are
Yeah,
supposed to
yeah.
be social. So like, I think this is like a good way for us to like branch out and make connections with new people. Because I feel like that's something that we all like struggle with. I'm not trying to call you guys out or
No, no.
anything, but like,
It's true.
I don't know. And this will help us like build deeper and stronger connections with like you said, just
Yeah.
random people.
I mean, we got one right here. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah,
we might have never like talked to this guy very much. If,
No, yeah, definitely not in this much depth.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think like with the podcast, you guys just like everything, just time and effort, and just doing little things like getting more lighting, and then just doing that, and then just like
Upping the cameras, maybe.
yeah,
Yeah.
and just if you guys all enjoy doing it, it won't be like a process; it'll just naturally happen.
Yeah.
and just keep improving. And I think having guests and like you guys made me feel comfortable to talk, so that's like the only thing you have to worry about is like if these people like me, I was just talking, I don't even know what the fuck I said. Like it just
okay,
comes
okay.
out. So that's always a good thing if you're like making people
Natural.
comfortable enough to just talk.
Yeah.
You guys feel like you need to say your. No, definitely say.
Well,
it.
yeah,
My
I
bad.
have
Okay,
my
bro.
take.
I thought you wanted
What
to
the
talk
hell?
about it.
Yeah, what?
Sorry, go.
So my take is just kind of roping back to the whole you can get caught like in a not a system, but like you can get caught in a cycle where for me like my routine for the week looks very very like similar. It's very cyclical. I don't really have like any big changes, and this is just kind of like a break from all that. I look forward to like being able to talk to like 3 of my closest friends every week, even though that's my brother, he's still like one of my best friends. And that's kind of like my like main takeaway from this, because regardless of the cameras on, the mics on, blah blah blah, we do this shit anyway, and this is something that we'll continue to do because we like get joy out of it. This is something like my sort of fulfillment for the week, and that's like the big reason why I don't care to like make videos when we're constantly getting like 50 whatever like views whatever, because again it's all material and like you can define success like by a certain number, but to me like I'm happy doing this, and that's enough for me.
Hell yeah.
No, I was just gonna say we average 150.
We average 150.
Yeah, on a good week. On a good week.
Like flex, like
Think about
flex.
that, like 150 people. Like that's a lot of people. Like there's like 150 people watching this. Would be a lot more nervous right now.
Like in
Yeah,
an
right.
auditorium.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be wild. But I guess for me, I'm kind of maybe I have a bad mindset, or I shouldn't think the way. But I don't really ever think like, not that we're not gonna make it, but like I kind of sit there and like, it's not an easy thing. Like not just something where like you keep doing it's just gonna happen. Like I really do we hope we do make it, but like kind of like what he said, it's more just like this gives us a reason to like hang out. It like
Yeah.
forces us to hang out. So it's nice for that, and I think it's also just like no matter where it goes, like it's just a path to follow. Like, it's something to look back and be like, okay, like this, we just keep walking down it. Like, you don't know what happened, but maybe something will. And then, I mean, we'll look in the future and be like, oh, like, look at what we were doing. Like, be able to show our kids
Yeah.
at Christmas, like, oh, like, look what we were doing, like, when we were 20 being idiots. But, like, I think it's just, like, it's building memories and it's just building, like, it's just fun. Like you said,
Yeah.
it just provides that fulfillment. Like, whether we're getting a lot of views or we're not getting views, like, just going to keep
100%.
working on it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, this would be cool shit to just show your like, or even just look back on yourself, like seeing how you were thinking and like what you're like, how your opinions change and don't. Like, that's gonna be sweet to see, especially like in college time. You're basically capturing it in a bottle.
Mhm.
You guys can always reflect on that, which will be sweet.
You think we did all right though?
Yeah,
For-
I mean,
for
I had
our
a good
first host?
I had a good time.
Yeah?
Like, I liked it.
Even-
I probably just like talking about myself, but I like it. I thought it was good. What'd you guys think?
Nah, you did well.
You did great,
well.
bro. You did great.
Yeah. How did I do? Was it
You
bad?
did-
You
did
exceeded
fantastic.
expectations.
Yeah,
Oh,
You
yeah,
exceeded
yeah, yeah.
expectations.
Okay.
But yeah,
I'm gonna tell how I did.
Nah,
Because
you-
before you came, we were all saying like, "I hope he doesn't kill it, bro." Like, I hope he's not like, yeah, I like
One word
that.
answer.
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
yeah,
you know what I
Because
mean?
if you were given those, then we'll wrap it up after 50 minutes today.
No, you
You answered your
if you're
first
like it's not like Oscar really invited me. It's like, bro, I'll come on your podcast. So like, you can't just come up there and like you guys ask me a question. I'm like, oh yeah, you know,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
I gotta
yeah.
do some type of performance or like give
No,
you guys
yeah, yeah.
something.
No,
you
you
know?
definitely came correct today.
Yeah, thank you.
And
He
I also
did, he
think
did.
you were a good guest because, like, obviously, like, we're, like, you guys might be, you and Oscar might be
Yeah.
pretty close. But it's also, like, I don't know, like, I don't see you as someone, like, oh, we're bringing on, like, some famous guy.
No,
It's, like, it's more
fuck
like you're
no.
just, like, we're cool, like, we're friends,
Yeah.
like, bring him on, like, let's just chat.
Yeah,
So I think, like, it's just very natural. Like, nothing was forced.
no,
It's
I think
we were just talking, being friends.
yeah. I mean, I think that's always like a good mentality to have like about it. And I think you guys are just gonna have to just get comfortable putting in different personalities and like I think that's the way you guys like me personally think we elevate podcasts as guests. Is having people and you guys being able to like mesh with them and like getting whatever they say. So just be able to adapt to other people. That I think that's gonna be your guys' next step, honestly. If you
Perfect.
guys want to take it in anything.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Take any advice, bro.
Yeah.
Anything.
No, literally
No, I mean
anything.
you guys are good. I mean I thought it was good. I had a good time.
I mean,
Perfect.
it's just,
Yeah, I
it's just,
appreciate that.
it's just slowly climbing the
Yeah.
hill. Slowly climbing the
just
hill.
keep feeding us these compliments, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I mean, there's always stuff we can improve on. It's day by day, week by week.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
one episode at a time.
Yeah.
It's really.
Sign us off, no?
Yep. All right. So this is episode 13, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. This episode 13, 14, 100. Who cares? They're all the same. But this, you know, this was the dorm. I was here with Leo, Brian, Oscar, and another thanks to Alec for coming on.
Thank
Obviously,
you.
you know.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Round
man.
of applause.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
round over. There we go. Yeah. Brave soul. For as always, like, subscribe, comment. Obviously, we're always welcome to new ideas. We don't get many, but we appreciate anything we get. We appreciate anything we get.
Yeah.
Anything, whatever you want to tell us. But links for like TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all in the bio. Check them out. And
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
You can.
Oh,
you can
shout
send-
your channel out and everything like
yeah,
that.
Go watch Roadrunners 1 and 2. Roadrunner Films. Go check it out.
Yes,
That's some
sir.
cool
Yes,
stuff.
sir.
Where can they find it though?
The Roadrunner Films on YouTube.
Oh, perfect.
or Alec, Alec, AKI, Instagram.
There you go.
Perfect.
Currently
Perfect.
off of all social media right now. So I won't see it, but
Your shit's gonna be
Yeah,
blown
yeah,
up.
we'll see it at
like,
some
crap.
point. Maybe
Go
in the
check it out.
future.
Go
Maybe
check
in
it
the
out.
future. But yeah, that's it for us. We hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you back next week. Hit him with it.
Bird out.
Bird out.
Bird out.
All right, peace out, guys.